Keep children away from her. Craig Ferguson shudders to recall interview with Meg, sick in the head. Meghan Markle's awkward interview in which the host jokes about her in a school uniform. With Meghan, there's a recurring theme in her childhood stories. She'll always fetishise her stories, turning something mundane into something quite perverse. Recently, during the Archetypes podcast, she described how she had to strip her clothes as an adolescent, while hanging out with her mum and strange ladies at the spa. This was made even weirder by her saying that she wanted a bathing suit to cover up, but had to be nude, even though she was an adolescent. Pre-Harry in 2013, a very hot Meghan goes on Craig Ferguson, and describes her time after school on the set of Married with Children as perverse place for a Catholic schoolgirl in a tiny school outfit. Then her cosying up to Ninaki's dad for the photo, while the other girls, including Ninaki, are sat normally. This photo just looks odd. Look at her body language compared to everyone else. Craig Ferguson also once responded when asked about his old interview with the Duchess. Craig Ferguson admits the interview was a bit over the top, both with inappropriate behaviour and embarrassing for everyone on set. One scene that's currently causing a storm on TikTok is also on this show when Meghan is wearing extremely skimpy clothes and is constantly posing and smiling blankly at Craig, more than she even oddly mentioned her schoolgirl clothes. That's what struck me about Meghan's anecdote with Craig Ferguson about being on set with a dad in a school uniform. She's trying to be hot and childish in one sentence, and it's pretty gross. Meghan Markle was left squirming in a seat during the most awkward interview ever on the Late Late Show with former host Craig Ferguson. The stunning actress, who's said to be romancing Prince Harry, has become a huge name overnight since the news broke, and she's already proven that she's not just a pretty face with a lifestyle blog and humanitarian work. But that didn't stop Ferguson from flirting with her and making an inappropriate comment about her wearing a school uniform. Watching this back on YouTube kind of makes our skin crawl, but the audience 3 years ago seemed to find the whole thing hilarious. The beauty wore a very short black mini dress for the chat, and Craig started out by saying she looked sensational, before commenting on how smooth her skin was. After she revealed she was from Los Angeles, he jokingly pinched her and said, "What a strangely hairless body you have. You're quite the dolphin, aren't you? You're absolutely hair-free. Are you a competitive swimmer?" She then went on to explain she used to be on the set of Married with Children as a kid, while her dad was working on the show. Meghan said, "I grew up on the set every day after school for 10 years. It's a very perverse place for a little girl who went to Catholic school." To which Ferguson laughed and said, "Ah, yeah," as the audience laughed, and 35-year-old Meghan laughed nervously. He then said, it was a joke." Ferguson admitted he'd never even seen her show Suits, despite it being one of the most successful programmes on TV at the time. Meghan was a good sport and laughed off most of his weird comments, proving she's a true professional. We think the questions might change if she becomes a member of the royal family.